Hello, beautiful, radiant souls. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I don't know how I feel about this reading right now because the energy does feel a bit heavy, but also there is an energy of trust and faith, even in the unknown. I feel like I'm just gonna see what comes out and then we'll decide what it's called later. But I do think this has to do with the divine masculine and how maybe they feel unworthy or like they can't meet you, or maybe they have a lot of stuff happening in their lives that it's just like piling on. And I think as feminines we want to help or do everything that we can to heal them or ease their pain, but it's also realizing that, you know, that we can't really help as much as yes, we can offer advice or our love, but at the end of the day, people will change if they want to change. And I don't know if the divine masculines feel like they can right now. So there just seems to be a bit of a heavy energy in the air, and it's kind of sad. It's like a sadness from the feminine to the masculine, and also from the masculine to the feminines. So yeah, we'll see what kind of message comes out today with the cards and what's channeled through spirit. Yeah, this might be a heavy one, but we're gonna get through it together. Okay, let's begin. So I think I'm gonna start with my Light Seers deck, and we're gonna see what comes out. What's going on with the masculines right now. Death and rebirth. Maybe a transformation is trying to happen in the masculine's life, but they might be trying to resist it. Alright, Great Spirit, Holy Spirit, what can you tell us about this masculine right now? What can you tell us about the masculine's energy right now, for the collective energy? What can you tell us about the masculine's energy? Actually, before I do this, I'm gonna do a clearing. Spirit, allow me to be a channel for this collective message. It also includes me, so we're all here together, whatever comes out. What can you tell the feminines right now about the masculines? What can you tell the feminines right now about the masculine? It's like getting so many cards out. Just gonna do one at a time. Okay, I'll just take the ones that are on top. So it feels like the masculines are trying to find balance in their own lives. It feels like maybe they're more aware than they think they are. Sometimes we like to keep our eyes closed, even though we can see that something's going on. What can you tell us, Spirit? Six of Swords. What's going on, Spirit? I just got really, really hot. Like, very hot. Ooh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit ya. Spirit, please give us the energy that we need to know right now. Okay, this comes out again, so we're gonna keep it this time. And then also the Hanged Man. Spirit, what can you tell us right now, the feminines, about this counterpart journey with the masculine? What's going on in the energy? Divine justice and divine truth. What I just got was that sometimes there needs to be an ending. I feel like this represents the feminine kind of moving away from this connection at this point. That doesn't mean forever. But it's like, even though there's pain here, it seems like it's necessary to surrender to what is unfolding, even if we don't want it to be that way. What else can you tell us, Spirit? The Star. Actually, I won't take this because it was under it. We'll see if it comes back out. What else can you tell the feminine spirit about this counterpart connection? Ooh. Temperance and strength here in the middle. I'll keep. Bottom of the deck is the Wheel. It's always like, Spirit is always saying, like, everything that's unfolding is meant to happen this way. It just feels heavy. It's like, as feminines, we want more than anything to see our masculine grow into their divine masculine energy. We want to see them flourish and find balance and stability in their lives. But it seems like there's a lot of things going on with the masculine, and I think that right now it might not be what we want it to be, and might not be balanced the way we want it. It's like there's like this energy of, though I want this connection to work out, though I have these strong feelings for this person, it's like I also have this deep inner knowing that it's not in alignment, or it's not working right now. And sometimes that means walking away. But walking away will just bring you to yourself. And if all that we can do is surrender, because we can't control this connection, you cannot push someone to grow or change or whatever. But I feel like this masculine is very inspired by you. The masculines are inspired by the feminine strength and the feminine's light and the feminine's ability to surrender. and bring balance. It's like there's this split happening. I'm gonna read the Seven of Wands from the book. So the Seven of Wands has to do with challenge, grounding, and protecting yourself. Movement. Okay, I don't even need to continue. So it's like, seeing as we can't help the masculine change. I mean, I think as feminines, we've done all that we can. We've said all that we can. And now it's up to them to take that step themselves courageously. But I think also it's important to protect ourselves. Because if the masculines can't meet us where we are, then the only option we have is to surrender to what is and find balance within ourselves and find our own inner strength and just kind of be that light and let our light guide us. And there's so many major arcanas. We've got Justice, Strength, the Hanged Man, Temperance, and the Star. There's a lot of potent energy in the air. And I think just like how the feminines are kind of on this precipice of walking through this doorway to our truest selves, the masculines are being faced with all of the different versions of themselves as well, so that they can go on that journey. But I think it's important to realize that we have to let them go on that journey on their own, to find their own inner strength, to find their own inner balance. There's only so much we as the feminines can do. The masculine has to take the reins in their own lives the same way that we did. And that takes time. We're in a transitional period here. This is about help arriving at the perfect time, rites of passage, transitions, healing, moving beyond trauma or shadows of the past, support from others. So the masculines are moving through this energy as well. And this is interesting. It says that in the shadow, it could be the resistance to change, carrying baggage or weight from your past. So the masculines are carrying a lot of things. And it's hard for them to accept help. And they're moving through this realignment energy, and it feels turbulent during these transitional times. That just helped me, gave me a little bit more hope as well. Because I know my masculine is having a very difficult time right now. So it says you are moving through a period of realignment, and things can feel turbulent during these times of transition. Trust that a better future awaits you on the other side of change. You're going through a rite of passage or an intense spiritual transformation. These experiences are profoundly personal, and you may feel alone right now. Even when it is difficult to accept assistance from others, remain open to receiving help from the most unexpected of places. Allow the gentle support of the universe to move you through this ocean of evolution. So the masculines are really going through this transitional period. They're looking at, it's almost like there's great change, and it feels like they can't get through it. But it's like, this is a necessary part of the journey. And as feminines, we understand that part of the journey, that dark night of the soul, that feeling of like hopelessness that can come. But it's like balance is being restored for the masculines. And I feel like here with these cards, it's almost like there's this like split happening. The feminine is deciding to protect herself, protect her energy, and trust and surrender in what is happening, and also allowing her inner light to guide her and to find balance in her own life with temperance, the same way that the masculine's trying to find balance. But it's almost in different ways, but also the same. Because the feminines have gone on that inner journey and the masculines are just beginning. So let me look at the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is about alchemy, blending energies, harmony, moderation, masculine and feminine balance, duality, and amalgamation? Whoa, I don't know what that means. The fluidity of time, meditation, the perpetual motion of life, neutrality, restraint, patience, and purpose. Temperance is the alchemist of life, and it calls you to create your purposeful blend using moderation and patience as ingredients. Where are you focusing your precious energy right now? Maybe you've been overdoing it in your social life, or binging on television, drinks, or food, or overspending, focusing on a relationship that is depleting more energy than it is replenishing. Being wholly materialistic and wholly spiritual. So it seems like the feminines have put so much energy into this connection, and I think the masculines are beginning to wake up to that imbalance that has been, and maybe they are trying to, in their own way, fix it by pulling back. And maybe they've told you this, that they don't want to hurt you, or they don't want to deplete you or cause emotional dysregulation for you while they're in this transitional period. But I think it's important to also recognize that there is great change happening here for both the feminine and the masculine, maybe just in different ways. But it is bringing inner strength for both of you. And it is divinely guided. Oh look, under this, the Ace of Wands. Under that, the Sun. Under that, the Moon. I think that's funny. And then the World. And then the Chariot. Well, okay. There is great change here. I feel like for the feminines, we can feel it and sense it, and we know that it's bringing beautiful things. But for the masculine, they feel like it is, things are crumbling, or it can feel like turbulent, like this energy said. So with the Five of Pentacles, I'll read. Yeah. They're struggling a lot with probably their financial or health difficulties, feeling left out or ostracized, worrying about your security, a chance to clear out energy blockages. So it could also have to do with a scarcity mindset, feeling helpless, victimhood, inability to move ahead, fear and isolation, resistance to positivity, feelings of low self-worth that keep you from participating in prosperity, a light at the end of the tunnel. So it seems like in this turbulent energy that the masculines are experiencing right now, this transitional period, it's bringing up a lot of that lack, scarcity mindset. It's bringing up this energy of like, I feel like I can't do anything right now. I can't focus on this connection. I can't get my life in order. Or it's like these I can't energies. Because in this turbulent time, it's like all of the fears and the beliefs about self-worth are coming up for the masculines. And it's like they're seeing all of the different parts of themselves. They're seeing more clearly, but also in kind of a distorted way. Because it's like they haven't learned to have like that positive outlook on things. When things get hard, it goes into this energy again. The victimhood energy, the feeling helpless energy. But I think this is all important. It is important for them to face these things so that they can bring balance to their life. Because they want to bring balance to their life. but it just feels so turbulent right now for them, and they don't want to pour that onto you. I think they're becoming aware of the types of ways that they've shown up in this connection for the feminine, and they're becoming aware of the types of energy that they've been bringing into the connection or into their own lives. But it's all meant to bring justice, divine justice and balance. Even if they can't really see it right now, it is something that is unfolding. And I think the feminine's energy is like, it's quite beautiful, because the feminine knows to trust, the feminine knows to protect her energy, the feminine knows that we have these moments where we need to surrender and bring balance to our own energies, feminine and masculine energies. And the feminine is like still allowing her inner light to guide her, even in the midst of this turbulence that she feels from the masculine, and maybe in some ways in her own life, because we know it's like a mirror. But it's like spirit is doing what spirit needs to do. Spirit is doing, everything's going according to plan. And it's like the feminines right now, like I said, we've done what we can for the masculines. We've helped guide them in the ways that we can, but now it's like we need to rise above and go on our own journey. And whatever that means for each individual person. Okay, let me get some more cards. Yeah, see? These are the energies here. The feminine is embodying more of her true self, as the masculine is just now awakening to the different aspects of himself, light and dark. The turbulence that exists in his own body, in his own mind, in his own soul. Because justice is happening. The divine is bringing this justice, this truth into the masculine, so that he can have that opportunity to get through this turbulence and to grow and to find the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like that light that he's looking to is you, to help guide him to his own. All right, Spirit, what else can you tell us about where the masculine is on this journey and where the feminine is on this journey? Let's start with the masculine's energy, Spirit. Yeah, see? They're very much in this like lack mindset, focusing on what they don't have. What can you tell us about the feminine's energy, Spirit? What can you tell us about the feminine's energy? The Queen of Wands. See, it's like they're on different, the feminine and the masculine, they are on different kind of levels of the awakening process. The feminine's at the point where she's like more and more embodying her confidence and her following her passions and trusting in what life is unfolding for her, and she's like going towards things passionately, and she looks beautiful doing it. And see, the masculine is still in this hurt energy, this turbulent energy, this hurt, painful truths are coming up for the masculine. He's seeing the places in where he feels he lacks, and he's seeing the places in which he feels he can't show up. But you see, there are blessings on the other side. He just has to see them. He has to go through this turbulence right now, because it is part of the journey. It's part of the uncovering process. What else can you tell us about the masculine, Spirit? What else can you tell us about the masculine's energy right now? What else can you tell us about the masculine's energy right now, Spirit? I'm not going to take it, but I did see was it the Nine of Swords? Yeah, they might be in anxiety. They might be, there might be some overthinking. Or it's not even overthinking, it's this deep kind of repetitive cycle that they're meant to go through right now, because it's bringing divine truth. It's going to bring it an awareness that maybe they haven't had before about something, about themselves, their own life. What can you tell us about the masculine spirit? Yeah, they're trying to juggle all these different things. They're trying to find balance in their life where it seems like they're trying to hold on to everything and find balance with having all of these different things, but it's not beneficial for them to hold on to all of it, because what brings balance is also letting go of things that maybe don't serve you. And I think they're becoming aware of the certain things in their life that don't serve them, but right now it's like those things are right in the forefront, and they're not at that point where they're like ready to unburden themselves with it. They're trying to juggle that still. And if you look at his face, it's like he's not happy with this juggling energy. He's not happy with doing this. And I think that there's going to be an awareness that comes from this. So what can you tell us about the feminine's energy, spirit, right now? The feminine's energy. Keep rising, feminine. Keep rising. I know it's inevitable to want to look back and help your masculine in whatever way that you can, but it's important to protect your energy, because you're going into you're stepping into your light more and more every day in your own balance, and it's hard to find balance when you're also juggling, going back and forth in different ways. Okay, tell the feminine spirit. Yeah. See? The feminines are really embodying a lot of beautiful energy right now. And I think that it's important to tell you guys to keep embodying that energy. Because the divine masculines, they are looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Even if they keep going in these spirals, it's like all of the things that are happening are necessary for the evolution of the soul. This turbulence is happening for a reason. For divine justice to be able to come back in. And the feminine is just glowing. It's important to let the process be what it is. And that's so hard. It's so hard for me as well, like, because I just want to help my masculine, you know, you just want to be there for them. But I think that there's a point in the journey where you have to go at it alone. And you can just send them love from afar, but you have to surrender. Because there is a quickness here. It's like I think both of you want to run towards each other. And I think when the masculine gets through this period of his awakening process, and he does find that balance, and he does have that illumination of the mind, of the soul, he's gonna wanna run towards you as well. And he's gonna actually do it. So what else, Spirit, can you tell us about this masculine? I think that in this awareness energy right now with the masculines, it's like they have this realization of like, what am I doing to my feminine? How am I showing up to my feminine? Am I serving her highest good? And I think they're realizing in the ways in which that they haven't been showing up in the best way. They're realizing and seeing all these inner truths. And it's like, I think it's causing that scarcity mindset. Or maybe they're recognizing where that scarcity mindset is. And so they're wrapped in it. So it's important to let them go on that journey. No matter how much you want to just run and give them a hug and just tell them that everything's going to be okay. And maybe you do. I mean, I know I certainly do. But it's also knowing when to let go and to protect your own energy as well. And to let them go within and find their inner strength. Because they have that capability to do so, even if they don't really see it right now. And I think you are a reminder to them that they do. That they can. Even when they only see the bad, or they only see the hurt in their own lives. But I think it's important for them to see these truths right now, just as much as it was important for you. So what can you tell us about the masculine energy right now, the masculine's energy? What can you tell us about the masculine's energy right now, Spirit? See, they're being called into their heart space. And so where they have created, there's layers, there's been layers and layers and layers placed around this masculine's heart. And it's like, with each layer, they see a new thing, they see something else, they see something else. And it's like, it's hard to look at that stuff, you know? Especially in the heart space. That's where the emotions, the hurt lies. But it's like with everything that they uncover, it brings them closer and closer to this union that they want with the feminine. Their heart's being illuminated right now, maybe for the first time in their life, or since they were a child. Maybe this is the first time that they've began uncovering the layers around their heart. And like I said, that can be painful, and that's a journey that needs to happen for the soul's evolution. What can you tell us about, I'll get two for each. What can you tell us about the masculine's energy right now, Spirit? What can you tell us about the masculine's energy? It's like they love you, but it's like there's all of these things that they have to move through first. Just like you did, just like we all did as feminines. What can you tell us about the masculine's energy right now, Spirit? What can you tell us? Alethea. This is about light and dark. I'm gonna actually read this one because it's one of the initiation cards, I think. Let me see. Yeah, the initiations. See? Oh my gosh, this is about truth. Like I said, they are seeing all of these truths. Yeah? Alright, I'm back. I had to take a pause to help my brother. Okay, so Alethea is about truth. So they are seeing a lot of inner truths right now. I'm going to read this. Ready? Alethea. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Alethea. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Alethea by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Alethea card requires us to step towards an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your worth, or reclaiming your own truth, is the way to reclaim your vital energy. health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings, set it free. So this is about clarity, revelation, disclosure. Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given to us to understand." It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. So this person is having it's like a divine uncovering of truth of all of their inner workings, truth of their heart, truth of their soul, truth of the things that the places in which that they feel they lack, truth in the places where they feel like they don't have balance. And that's a turbulent energy, especially when maybe they are resistant to change. It's like the divine truth is going to show up regardless, right? So then with the heart, the heart is about the home, the center, the throne. It is possible from an imaginal point of view to sense the heart as a place. Either we are there within the realm of expansion and compassion, or we have drifted somewhere else. There is no in between. It is common for us to leave this archetypal center without realizing it, as the world, with its seductive twists and turns, offers us frequent departure. We may even become a stranger to the landscape of the heart, leaving it vacant for long stretches of time. The seat of the heart is often reclaimed by nature, music, dance, and the presence of children or animals. This card encourages us to move past the layers of life's tangles and knots and enter the wild and sacred center of the self. The most precious throne in the galaxy is awaiting your return. So they're going through this expansion of the heart. And maybe, like I said, like they've never done this uncovering of their heart before. This truth. So it's a turbulent and honestly scary journey, especially if you've gone on it where you've uncovered your own heart, where you've seen all your own wounds and your patterns and your pains and the things in which you've covered and hid yourself from being loved or loving others. So this person is really, they're in the thick of it. Into the thick of it. They're literally in that turbulence right now. And so that's why it's like important for the feminines to protect our energy and surrender to the journey, because they have to go through this to find this balance within themselves. It has to be there. You can only help someone so much. You can only express certain things that you can do. You can only give advice so much before that person has to take that journey on their own to find their own inner truth and to uncover their own heart. I think that you've said everything that you need to say to the masculine about self-evolution, about growth, and about love. And now they're gonna find that on their own. And I think it's gonna lead them back to you, because it's truth that comes from this. It's very hot. So what can you tell the feminines, Spirit? What can you tell the feminines right now? For the feminines, energy, Spirit. What can you tell the feminine, Spirit? See, you're like, the feminines are like literally birthing something new. You're called to like hone in on your creations, the things that you want to bring into this world. I'm gonna read this one too. Yeah, like look, the seeds being planted for the feminine. The seed's already been planted. It's growing. It's hot. What else can you tell the feminine, Spirit? What else can you tell the feminine? You may also be coming into contact with people from your soul tribe, or moving away from people that don't feel in alignment with that right now. What can you tell the feminines? Okay, Gloria, come on. Can I get one card for the feminines? The ocean. That's interesting. We got the ocean with the siren. I'm going to keep those together, actually. And then Anima Mundi, it was trying to come out for the feminine, too. I feel like you're on this beautiful journey. Let's look for the womb here. So the womb card talks about the nest, the belly, the origin. Everything has an origin story. The womb archetype asks us to contemplate the beginning beyond the beginning, the mother beyond the mother. In a world that often negates the power and necessity of feminine principles, this card returns us to the warmth, tenderness, and sacred intelligence from which we came. It is a card of receiving, not achieving, of accepting love from the mother of us all. She is the life-giving force that forgives and cherishes even the most wounded and just desperate soul. No matter how lost you are, the womb awaits your return to help you heal and grow. This card is a call to keep things simple, to return, to be reborn in the name of love. The womb is everywhere. It is beyond gender, beyond time. We are within it, and it is within us. What would honoring the feminine look like to you? Where would you begin? Imagine yourself as loved as is good. Imagine yourself as loved is a good place to start. So the feminines are dropping down into that, into honoring themselves, into creating warmth and tenderness and sacredness in their life. See, but this also reminds me of like how the feminine is toward the masculine. How she cherishes and forgives even the most wounded. So let's look at the ocean. The ocean is about the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is a change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve, the saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new beginning. Life is change. Let the wave crash. So the feminine is really stepping into this unknown energy, this big change. And it's bigger than any change that we've ever encountered before. And that's a deep inner change, a deep inner evolution. The feminines have gone through a deep inner evolution. The masculines are just beginning to look at that truth. So it's important to protect your energy and to know where you need to set boundaries for yourself, and also where you need to have compassion and love and patience for your masculine during this time. Because you're very magnetic right now. You're very magnetic. You're very much in your Empress energy. You're in tune with your emotions, you're surrendering to the divine, you're trusting in the path that's unfolding, you're passionate, it's like you're inspired and inspiring. And I think that it's just a call to continue on that journey, because great change is here. Look for the siren. So the siren is about the temptress, the seducer, the femme fatale. The siren calls and the world spins, and what we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling us to it is ultimately good or bad, it's somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters, and the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to the place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option, unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. Awaken sensuality. So it's like your energy takes people to the depths. It transforms. It's like, I don't think the masculine realized in meeting the feminine that it would cause this great shift in his life. It would begin this inner looking to find the truth. It would illuminate everything within him. I don't think he realized that would be something that would happen. But it's interesting, it says with the siren, like, it's almost like you don't have a choice to go down to the depths, because when you're in contact with the siren, it's like you can't help but follow her song. Because, and this also reminded me, was it the womb or was it something else? It's like your light is so bright, the way that you speak, the way that you encounter and interact with the masculine, it's like they can't help but go on that journey deep within themselves, because it's like your song called to them, to the deepest parts of them, to their heart. And now they're on that deep evolution journey, whether they wanted to be or not. And it feels very turbulent for them right now, but I feel like balance is going to be restored here for the both of you. I feel like you've found your light, and now you're following it, and you're being asked to step into this great change and to let this newness be born. But you're also called to protect your energy in this time. And sometimes that means from your masculines, because they can only meet us as far as they've met themselves, so we have to give them the chance to meet themselves. So with this energy, let me sit for a second and see what else Spirit wants to come through. You're meant to keep shining your light. And they're meant to find theirs. I think you're both finding strength within this connection. It's like everything is being divinely guided, right? This is not happening for no reason. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of the process. What closing messages can you give to the feminines? What closing messages can you give to the feminine spirit? Keep radiating. Keep shining, because they are looking, your masculines look to the feminine. They're looking to you as their guiding light. Even if y'all aren't in contact, it's energetic. Your magnetism, your siren call. You don't even have to be in the same state, in the same country for your siren call to your masculine. Because it's so potent and energetic and true and deep that they have no choice but to see it. And see, we've got Temperance again. There is balance happening. The masculines are learning, and you are shining so bright. What else can you tell the feminines? Yeah, look, like, they're going to find this emotional stability. They're going to be able to express what they're thinking, what they're feeling. And they're going to be able to uncover certain parts of their hearts in which that they've covered, in which that they've hid or hardened themselves to, because the truth is being revealed here. What else can you tell us? Keep trusting. Just surrender. Please just surrender. Don't try to control anymore. You've done everything that you can. Now it's time to beam and be in your light and move toward the path that you know you're meant to go to, with your soul's purpose, with your soul's path. They are right behind you, but they need to go through this journey. They need to look at their heart on their own. It cannot be you telling them each and every step to go. They have to do this journey, because it's going to make them that much more stronger for you and for this connection. And they already have truths that they're being it's like the truth is being seen right now. And it's turbulent because they're moving through all that fog, they're moving through all that heaviness. And that takes time. Yeah, victory. There's victory here. But you have to understand that there are cycles to this. There are different parts to this connection that Spirit needs to bring forth for each of you in different ways. But victory is, I think victory is inevitable here. Regardless if it's with this person or not, I think victory is inevitable. For the both of you. But it's going to take them learning on their own. Taking those steps. And healing what needs to heal. Finding balance and stability in their own lives. They're going through a major heart awakening right now. Okay? Let's look at the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is about explosive creativity and infectious enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, newly found inspiration, honing on a skill or passion, curiosity and trying new things, gifting yourself permission to dream. This is about a free spirit who carries infectious enthusiasm. I think that both of you are being called to dream. I think for the feminines, you're being called to really find your passions and try to start new ideas, start these new crafts that you wanted to do, these DIYs, these passion projects. You're being called to start that, while your masculine's being called to go deeper within themselves, deeper than they have before. So it's interesting to see how it's like there's these energies that are coming up for the both of you, that are both calling the both of you to step into your truth, but in different ways. So, is there any cards in here that you would like to show Spirit for the collective? Trust in the unfolding. I think that this has the potential to bring wish fulfillments for the both of you. And this is just one part of the journey. There's so many parts, there's so many facets of this. Anything else to close, Spirit? To close. Okay, again, we got the wheel. It's divinely guided. Things are unfolding exactly as they should. So you need to stay, pardon me, so you need to keep shining your light. Your masculines are looking to you energetically. Stay passionate. They're working through their illusions, coming into their truth, as you're working on bringing your light into physical, starting this new project. Okay? Yeah. This is your energy, the Nine of Cups. Self-fulfillment, self-freedom, abundance, love, joy. The universe is gifting you your desire, choosing joy, manifested dreams, gratitude, abundance. This card of abundance and happiness is often fittingly called the wish card. What have you been wishing for? Allow yourself to experience how fulfilling this journey can be, and fill your life with all the laughter and bliss needed to spur you into the next phase of your happiness. Take stock of all the feels that are surfacing and remember to practice gratitude for the manifestation of your dreams. The appearance of this card in your spread is an auspicious message of prosperity, harmony, and getting what you desire. So it's like victory is going to be yours regardless. And I feel like this masculine, they're going to find a freedom through finding these truths about themselves and through uncovering their heart. It's only going to make them look to you even more. Because it's like you were the person that told them it was possible, or showed them it was possible. And now they're going to see it for themselves. They're going to see it, truly see it deeply. And they're going to feel it. And it's like this balance. It's going to be restored. This is just a season, a turbulent season. But balance will be restored. And victory is inevitable. So I think that's where I'm going to end it. It's so interesting how these energies can come out, how we can feel these energies, and then how Spirit can remind us to trust and surrender and to let our light guide us. But I know it's hard when you see your masculine struggling, or you know that they're going through that turbulent period, but it's also important to recognize that you went through that turbulent period too, and look where you are now. Look where you are now. Look how much you've bloomed. So you need to allow them to go on this journey as well, because it's very important for the soul's evolution and for this connection. So if it feels like a tower moment, let it fall. Because the universe has got you. They've got this connection and they've got you. So just trust and remember that everything will work out exactly how it's meant to, and that balance will be restored. Keep your strength. Keep feeding your light with your soul's passions, with trust in your intuition and going towards the things that you know you need to go to. And just let your masculine go where they need to go and feel what they need to feel and do what they need to do, because they are going to get through it just like you did. Okay? I feel better. I certainly do, because I definitely needed that reminder that this is part of the process. That turbulent energy that comes forth, it is part of the process. And there's so much beauty on the other side of that. The Lover. There's love on the other side of that. Keep trusting that everything will be okay. Everything will work out. You need not worry. You need not worry. We need not worry. I was worrying too. Let this unfold how it's supposed to. Don't try to force it. Let it unfold. Because it is unfolding. Okay? Now I love you and I thank you for sharing this space with me, this time with me, and I hope that this reading helped give you some clarity and cleared up some confusion or helped ease your heart or ease the emotions that your masculine's going through. Okay? Thank you. I'll see you again soon. I didn't think I was going to film tonight because I was feeling sorry for myself, but then Spirit in my head was like, I think a reading would do you some good. Yeah, so thank you guys. Peace and blessings are manifesting. Thank you. Love you. Bye.